Okay, this is DragonofEternity and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. In this video, I am going to be going through the patch 6.55 MSQ. So this will be a little prologue before Dawntrail. Right at home. Oh yeah, I saved your ass last patch. When one door closes, Varshan has a message from Charlian. Ah, my Reshna, one of my clerks was just here with a message for you. The students of Baldesion request your presence in Charlian at your earliest convenience. Pray return! Indebted as I am to our friends, I had hoped that I too might be of service, but it is you alone that they require. If you have no pressing business, pray make your way to the Baldesion Annex at once. Ojika awaits your arrival. Alright. In the meantime, I will continue showing Asdaya the city. From notable landmarks to the people's lives, there is much and more for her to see. Do you want to put her in like a simulacrum like you? Or is she not old enough yet to have one? Farewell for now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. I look forward to the day I can have your sister as a minion. Alright, let's see. So, old Charlian. Do. Alright, so Baldesion Annex. Been a while since I've been here. Hello. A warm and hearty welcome to you, Marishna. I gather you received our message. Please wait here while I fetch Kryl and Graha. Yay, my boy! Thank you for coming on such short notice. And forgive us for sending you so soon after your trials in the void, to say nothing of your grueling battle against the 12. Oh yeah, I guess if you didn't have that line in now, if you didn't do the alliance raid, then she wouldn't have had that line. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Erenville. He stopped by recently, you see, and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. Oh? I imagine you're as surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. All he would tell me is that there is someone whom he wishes Marishna to meet. He also mentioned that he would be tending to business in the studio. Shall we look for him there? Yeah, there's a plane going overhead. Bye! Say hi to your brother? Cousin? I don't know how the relation is between you and the other Sunjika in Eureka. Even that I forgot. It's some sort of familial tie. I really need to go through all these. Erenville's early return likely has something to do with this visitor. Who could it be, I wonder? Now then, where is Erenville?
Erenville!
There he is.
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important. I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
But it seems you've lost her.
Did she wander off?
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is her, the adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain she's no ordinary woman. I'm Wuk Lamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
You're also the first female Hrothgar we ever see in MSQ.
Tulihuela.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The Rite of Succession. Taking the form of a contest, it will determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning. I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Wait, let's all just slow down. Wuk Lamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulja, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler is a Mamulja, and one blessed with two heads besides. He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
So it's like Raban with Pippin.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage.
Oi, don't bully Graha. Only I can do that.
But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me. Now, this is only a rumor. But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valyarmanda.
The fabled city of gold. Thanks, Emmett, for spoiling this.
tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
You have my complete attention. This is strictly a rumor, nothing more. Golden City. I've heard about it before from an ancient at the end of existence in space. Fun times.
So the tales have reached even these shores. I can't help but feel proud.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Tuliolal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
Oh, how long was I unmuted? Oopsie. I might want to check. Ah, it'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Wuk Lamat. So where to for a hunt? The stronger the prey, the better. Might I suggest Ultima Fool, where we could fight a giant robot called Chi? Wuk Lamat is so cute, honestly. Aw, yeah, I can see it. Errandville. That's the long and short of it. At the very least, I ask that you go on this hunt of hers and take her measure for yourself. Alright. A journey to Toral. The game is afoot. Broccoli flour stew, caviar knaps, caviar sandwich, bar ganoche. Grahat here appears equal parts bewildered and excited. Alright. The chance to see not only Toral, but the fabled Golden City besides. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say you should hastily accept this invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we do not know. So let's begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. I'm not certain what might be a suitable location for a hunt, however. When I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isle of Ham. You went there not long ago and killed some unruly fauna, of course, but according to recent reports, other ordinarily docile fauna have grown savage. It's believed they've been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition. The isle isn't far, and we would also be helping those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I've honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Toral. I wish you could see her ears. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll end before we have the chance to get acquainted. before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable champions. Companions. My apologies, but I must see to some preparations. Pray, go on ahead to the Isle. I will join you as soon as possible. Alright, join us at your earliest convenience. If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbour. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Quest accepted. Lovely. How many quests are there in 6.55? F14 MSQ. Touch 6.55. Would it be this one? Where am I going? Growing Light Part 2. It is 3 quests. Alright. Okie dokie. Well, 1 down, 2 to go. Scholars Harbour. Am I going the right one? No. I've never talked to you, have I? How long has passed since I reviewed your application for entry, yet it feels like a lifetime ago. And not once during your immigration procedure did I imagine you would one day become the savior of a star. Yeah, I suppose I need to add that to the job resume. Grow hot here. Cryer was acting a little strange, don't you think? This is just a simple hunt. I wonder what preparations she needs to make. Maybe get an actual weapon? We have the loan of a ship from one of the captains, a cheery fellow. I can operate the vessel, so we don't need to trouble him to take us. So we have to take a ship. Ugh. And I've barely just set foot on land. On dry land, even. Oh well, I suppose it's for a good cause. A hunt! A hunter must hunt. Come on, let's get going. Upon boarding the ship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. In addition, you will be required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. In the event you are defeated, you will be able to try again from the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. 660, what am I at? $641. Yeah, sure. I really need to gear up the Dragoon. Although it might be better just wait for the expansion launch, then everything will just cost poetics. Maybe.
From here, we must walk.
Oh, voiced.
So much ice. It rivals even yak'tel.
yak'tel has ice, eh?
Oh, a white bear. I wonder what it tastes like.
I imagine it would be a lot fattier than other types of bear, considering the Arctic.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
My god, these are just an old married couple, aren't they?
I know.
No.
So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
I suppose they killed off Moonbreeder, so we do need a tank. We do need a warrior.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
It looks so small behind them.
This brother of yours, he has been to Sharlayan.
He has. Kona's my second older brother, and until recently he was a student in the city.
Nerd!
He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day.
Nerd!
And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studium? Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret. Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see.
An itty cat.
One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
Search for signs of your prey. Okie dokie.
The researchers should be just ahead. There. The building to the northeast.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try me.
Alright. I remember how to play Dragoon.
Right, let's hunt our fill.
God, getting two classes up to hundreds in the first week's going to be a bit tricky, isn't it? Not if I keep on top of roulettes. Speaking of, I might want to reset that and then switch up for this week's. Yeah, if I can keep one of those for launch. And then I get the...
Look! Someone's in trouble.
Yeah, then I get the current week one at launch.
Yeah.
It's like a full level.
Taste my axe.
Could be at
These
91 easy.
animals are usually so docile.
Before I turn the BGM down, it still feels loud in my head. Oh, well, it could just be the headset. They leave us no choice. Aaron, can you help? I finished the relic weapon before Dawntrail. Oh, thank goodness you've come. I take it you're the one who answered our petition. Wait, aren't you? You are Marishna, the adventurer who saved our star. Would lad our meeting was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here. Oh god, my voice is dying. Right, had a little cough. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you'll give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment. Alright.
You really are famous.
Yep.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
That should be safe to cross now. Let's go. Whee!
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
Did we have this section before? I think we did. Can I go across here? No. It was a hope. Yeah, I don't think we went across this section. So they've added an entirely new bit then? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you don't talk. The adventurer, come to answer my petition, I presume. We're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skill here to aid us. A creature of unknown origins has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, but we dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threats you find and search for traces of the beast responsible for all this. If you should find anything at all, we would be most grateful if you would share it with us. Alright.
I'll handle this.
Birds. Birds are the most. Are you L-being?
Hold still.
Holy! Alright.
Is that all? Come on, let's pick up the creature's trail.
Survey the area for signs of prey. Or for signs of your prey. Beast carcass. What have we here? Struck down defending its territory, most like. You find ravaged beast remains, torn to shreds by sharp talons.
These claw marks. I've seen their like before.
Oh. Are you gonna tell me more? No? Alright.
It's starting to feel like
You
a
mustn't let
proper
any more
hunt.
creatures come to harm. I see no tracks that match those claw marks. Such marks would be too common in my case. Has to be a clue somewhere. How large do you suppose it is? The beast has feathers, eh? What's this? You find feathers are scattered about the ground. There are signs of a fierce struggle.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
Roasted, please.
You
I don't want
presume it's
salmonella.
even safe to eat?
So many strange plants you have here. Focus, we've no time for picking flowers. My god, they really are like Uran J and Moonbreeder. Ugh, that smell. There always has to be a poop quest, isn't there? In every MMO, there has to be a poop quest. Mind you, there was one in Stormblood. Alright, alright. The cloying stench of fresh leavings. That's one way to call shit. Of fresh leavings assails your nostrils. Whatever beast left them is likely still close by. Oh, lovely.
Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
Comfy in my chair. Oh, hello. Defeat the enraged animals. I suppose Wuk Lamat can do that LB again. hope these can be condensed down.
Do you suppose they're upset we disturbed their home?
I think it's because we touched a coop.
Who knows? If they're spoiling for a fight, then they've got one.
Let's head back and report what we found.
Alright. I suppose I can just drop down. No. It was a hope. Wait, what do you mean half? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey. Ah! What is that thing? It speaks?
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Come, Wuk Lamat.
Right.
Are you spooked by giant birds? Did something happen in your past with a giant bird? Possibly one we'll need to fight in a trial. Is that why you got adopted? Oh, that might be a... Yeah, I'm calling it now.
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Yeah, I'm calling it. She has a beef with the trial boss.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Mood.
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
Alright, guess we're fighting a giant toucan. Is that a bloody plane outside? Giant colibri. Alright, we're 2 DPS in the tank. Alright, let's our go.
Talk all you like, bird. I'm going to have the last laugh.
Alright, you're the tank.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you. Ah, shut up already, you blasted bird!
Can this thing be a mount? I hope it's a mount.
Look out! I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
Not good. Quickly, gather together.
On me!
I've got you.
Sticky. Wait, isn't this just like a throw?
That was too close.
I think.
Steady now.
No, nope. God, where's Stinian when you need him?
Damn it.
Spread out, everyone!
Who paid for that?
But mash. That gives you a lot of time. Yeah, a lot of time to save your friends. Grah! You want to help?
Thank you.
Defeat the giant colibri. Like I wasn't doing that before. Get your ass back here. Left ring, right ring. Alright.
That was hardly a tickle.
Are we supposed to be targeting the same one?
Try this.
Oh, you're all being. Oh. Alright.
Nothing to it.
I feel like it shouldn't be
Have you now,
flying.
you loudmouth bastard!
Throw everything you have at it.
Trying. Abo. Dun, 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 dun.
And I had barely limbered up.
Yeah, she's got a fear of giant birds.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt. But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
Dirty tricks? Dirty tricks?
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Leave this to me! Have at you!
Alright, you just killed it with the power of Splatoon.
Cryle.
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
Aww.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuk Lamat. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
Yeah, she's got a thing of giant birds.
I'm glad to have been of service.
If she doesn't, I'll be surprised.
May I ask what inspired this change?
Is it because she was so useless in Endwalker?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind again and again.
Well, you chose to stay behind. You could have went with us for emotional support. You know, it would have been really helpful, that emotional support in Ultima Thule.
That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute.
And that's with the power of Splatoon.
And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer. With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy.
The Archon Realm. Oh, that's an FF6 reference. I'm so glad I played FF6 so I know that reference.
As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style.
They're not talking about me, are they?
What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Oh, isn't that a mood? I've had that feeling several times in my life. It is not a good feeling.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal. It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Why does it look like she's got tears? Could be
Jaja.
lighting.
Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant. What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this. Given how culturally diverse Tuliyollal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed.
Oh, my dog wants to get up. Alright.
But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, it would have been in Turali. And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
Dictated? Dare ask? I was gonna bring up any dictators, is it? Dictate, verb, state or order authoritatively. Alright. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuliyollal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating that.
Thanks to Wuk Lamat, we now know who sent the letter to grandfather, among other things, but many questions still remain. I understand Kryle's feelings all too well. The desire to do one's part. It can be daunting to try and keep up, but nothing will change unless we take the first step. Ah, what an exciting hunt that was. And now it's time to savor the reward. If the wildlife pacified and the research is safe, our task is complete. That just leaves the matter of the Calibri meat. For better or for worse, there's really only one place we can take it to here in Charlene. The Last Stand. Come, let's see what Dickon can cook up for us. It's the Last Stand! Yeah, it's really just walking there, isn't it? Uh-huh. Well now, there's a famished face if I've ever seen one. What can I get you, Marishna? We have a bunch of giant parrot meat. Oh, bird meat from don't you say? Leave it to me, I have just a recipe. It's a new dish I recently learned from some sailors, and for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear? Alright.
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together.
You know, I was expecting chicken, not just like meat.
I'd heard that Charlayan cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
You haven't tried the Archon bread, then? Uh-oh.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
It really is moon breeding, Oriange.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveller ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
Zero. Thanks, Zero, you've started a trend of super spicy shit. Maybe it's because I don't like spicy stuff. Yeah.
So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Sharlayan.
Breathe.
It's nothing. I can't handle.
Oh, come on, you got tears in your eyes from the spice. Yes, wash it down with bird meat, which has surprisingly a lot of bones.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
Aaron, buddy, let her eat. I don't care about table
swear,
manners.
Sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Just enjoy your food.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
Aww.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
Aaronville, don't use the acquaintance line when you've known her for so long. People have used that with me in the past, and that has royally pissed me off. If anybody ever hits me with that line, I'm going to have words. So yeah, don't use the A word, Aaron.
I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead. Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
Wait, how old is your adopted father then?
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, There are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
Uh-oh.
A man who is too ambitious by half.
You want to
Word of the
name
Guardian
drop?
Empire's collapse has reached Tural.
Yeah, do you want a name drop, or should I look up the guy's name on the media site?
While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
We just had a fight with the Garlean Empire. We don't need another fight.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it.
Rip Table Kun.
No matter what, I must win this contest.
Okay, what about the other two then? What's wrong with the other two?
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it.
Okay, if the king allows it.
The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal?
The voice of a war, sure.
You don't need to decide right this moment. But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you. Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
Can't I have a share of it? God, I wanted chicken tonight. I had chicken last night. No, I'm a chicken again. Oh, quest turning. Judging by Wuk Lamat's reaction, it appears Turali cuisine isn't excessively fiery. And they're gone. Alright. Eren! Whether Wuk Lamat has the makings of a ruler, I couldn't say. But I do know that she cares deeply, or she deeply cares, for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it. Now then, it's past time I reported our mission success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I shall come by the annex later. Till then. Alright. Doesn't matter which one I pick, does it? Nah. Coming dawn. Yeah, I don't want this video to go over an hour, so I might split it here. And then next video we can do the final quest. Sounds like a plan.